This is Code Rapid, our third-person action mecha game that we are making as a team of 5 people, zero budget, and only running on passion fuel. Here I would like to give you my motivation behind starting this project 1 year ago, why I'm making this exact game, and why working as an indie-sized team is great. So this is the new format, I have a face now, and welcome to the devlog number 8. So if you guys don't know, this is a mission-based mecha game where you customize your mech, you equip different weapons, color it however you like, and we put a lot of effort into making sure that the game is really replayable. To us it is really important that you have many different loadouts that you can select, go into a mission, and then loadout 1 will play very different from loadout 2. Your mech can end up in one of the 3 categories, which is light, medium or heavy. They have unique animations, they control differently, and that makes them feel different, which is, really important for a game that has a lot of replayability. The weapons themselves follow this design philosophy, they have to feel unique from each other, one of them is a heavy, one of them is a light, they feel completely different. And I will make sure that the melee feels good in our game, because to me, that's super important. Melee has to feel good. Very punchy, very juicy, and especially in a game that's like this where we have dual melee playstyle. But I will get to weapons later. Right now I would like to tell you why working as an indie-sized team is so good. So making games is hard, right? You're probably not surprised to hear that. But AAA is its own beast, and the way the things work there is a little bit different. They have their own standard, they have their own managers and pipelines, but as a real creative, it's probably not the best spot to be. I would like to give you an example of how long does it take in AAA to get your idea through the door. So our system designer worked at a big AAA company of a video game franchise you've definitely heard of. I cannot tell you what it is, but you've heard of it. He wanted to put a couple of dialogue lines in the game because they were necessary for that section in the game. He came up with a couple of dialogue lines and then he had to go through a process. So first he went through the dialogue team and got it approved. Here are my lines, here's what I have in mind, please can you look at this so we can push it further. Then weeks later it passed to the audio team. After that it went to a recording team. And eventually his lines were in the game, but it was only one line, and guess how long did it take them to implement it? It was 1 year. As a designer, you're a little bit impaired like that. You don't want your ideas to be pushed back so long, and you only get one dialogue line out of, like for example, I don't know how many he wrote, like 10 or something. Only one line got in, and it took him 1 year to make it. Of course you would feel impaired, creatively. And let's compare it to how we do it, small-sized teams do it. Hey Lev, let's put that in the game, how does it look? And I say, yeah, that looks good, let's put that in. And 1 week later it's here. So, of course you would have a better time developing the game if it's like that. And for us it's like that. Maybe I could talk about what does it mean for the lore, what does it imply for 10 more minutes, of course, but it's all reasonable in the time frame that we have. I get that AAA has their own pipelines and have their own rules, but it feels like change to a lot of people, especially for creative people. When we are working, we can all give feedback to our respective works. Oh, this weapon model isn't really... can we change a little bit there? Or this level design may be a little bit against our game's movement, and this happens often actually. And we fix it quickly, we go to it, we test it, it doesn't work, it does work, it doesn't take us months to fix. There are so many tools right now available for game developers that makes it easy to communicate, develop together, and give each other feedback. Like tools like Perforce, Trello, or whatever online like whiteboard thing there is. So we're definitely embracing that, embracing the fact that we have the superpower to make things quickly, to give feedback quickly. There is also a seniority problem in bigger companies. For example, like the seniors will look down on juniors, maybe will overlook their ideas and don't take them seriously. That happens very often, more often than you think. And of course it's yet again discouraging. So as a kid, I always imagined what it's like to make a game together. It's probably so exciting, right? You think about, oh, you're gonna push your ideas through, you're gonna pitch them, what do you guys think about that, what do you think about this, and then you're gonna implement it soon enough. And that childhood passion of making games together in a team is like crushed when you enter AAA a lot of the times. So, make of that what you will. So on the topic of creative freedom, one of the reasons why I started making this game is because I was so fucking sick of hero shooters. They are everywhere nowadays. Like a lot of the games that I see now are in this category. A big beefy guy with a machine gun, or an elven archer, or a rogue archetype, or a wizard archetype. I don't... let me create my own character. I'm so tired of those fucking... I feel like it's a real plague of the industry, the hero shooters, the extraction hero shooters, the battle royale hero shooters. Oh, there's so many of them. I got tired of that, and I was like, I'm gonna make a Mecha-Game where you can customize everything by yourself. I think I've had this discussion with my friends every other week. Oh, look at this game, that looks cool. Oh, it's a hero shooter. I get that some people don't mind, but to me customization is super important. You can associate your visuals with your build, and it's up to you, right? And that's the fun part. And it's definitely the case for our game. Look, you can create your own patterns, you can create your own colors, you can of course change the body, legs and torso and stuff like that, obviously. So for me it's really important to have a deep customization system. And the reasoning most people will tend to come up with why hero shooters exist is, oh, they're just here to make skins, right? They're just here to sell them and make money. But for a lot of people, myself included, skins are not enough. It's not enough personalization. And usually skins are jokes, like for example these beach skins, like they're everywhere nowadays, and I'm not a big fan of that. They're kind of destroying the world building and lore they have established, so if you see a super soldier with a pumpkin because it's Halloween, I'm not really about that. I can't really believe that I'm talking about it right now where most games feature skins rather than customization. Like if you do skins, if you do have little customization, at least let me change colors. Helldivers, can I please just do this? This helmet is different color grade than this one, they don't match. Please let me do it, come on, I beg of you, can I just please? Anyway, I think more games could benefit from that, from the customization system, at least to a degree. So we're planning to go even further. So if your gun energy color is green, you can shoot green bullets. If it's purple, you can shoot purple bullets, yellow, yellow, red, red, and stuff like that. That's how much we want to give you. And the thing is, it's not even hard to implement. Like, I think every competent artist will tell you that if you make the model right off the bat compatible with this system, it's not going to be hard to do. This is not difficult to program. Seriously. So it's not only a customization that could suffer from the lack of creativity, it's also the weapon designs. All weapons in our game has to be their own unique package. So if you equip a sniper rifle, it will be a completely different experience to a two-handed sword, or a one-handed sword, or dual SMGs. So for a weapon to feel unique is super important to me. So you guys know Elden Ring, right? Everybody knows Elden Ring. In that game, Straight Sword 1 is not that different from Straight Sword 2, unless you have some unique cases. A lot of Great Sword, they are similar in their own class, and it's really disappointing. It doesn't feel that great to switch from one to another. They just have different scalings, and essentially they have different stats, and that's, to me, not enough. I would much rather have an armory with unique weapons in them than copy-pastes with different stats, and that's why I'm working on this system here. This like ninja sword that we have has the ability to hop mid-air, quick slashes, can gap close on itself, while the greatsword is a completely different scenario. You're much slower, the attacks are much meatier, but the reward is much higher. It has unique attacks like this, for example, because it's a two-handed weapon. So that is why I usually design weapons in their own packages, because I want to sell different gameplay as much as I sell a different fantasy for that weapon. What is the fantasy of a greatsword? It's slow, it's beefy, and every hit feels powerful. A fantasy of a dagger is fast and sneaky. A fantasy of SMG is bullet storm and quick firing. I even gave our SMG this cool reload animation because it felt appropriate. The best example I could probably give with cool fantasy weapon designs is Monster Hunter. Greatsword is slow, beefy, and hard to hit, but if you do, that's a lot of damage, that feels great. Longsword identity is all about parrying and countering. Dual blades are fast, zip-zapping around, so you can see how application and how those weapons are designed is directly related to their fantasy. That's my goal. That's also my goal to achieve, that if you equip a different weapon, the game will feel different. Again, important for replayability. And in games like that, where you have so much customization and loadout building, it is the most important thing probably. So the fact that you not only have access to equipping your weapons in your hands, but you also can equip it in your backpack and your left core, only deepens this customization system. Take advantage of all the different backpacks we have. So for example, this one can launch missiles. This one helps you stay in the air and fly better. Essentially you can just fly with this, and you can stay in midair for a long time. This one shoots big cannons. This one is a shield around your character that will explode if you take enough damage. And this one is a mobility propeller that will launch you towards the enemy and do a powerful kick. And you can equip more than one, by the way. You can quickly see how many things you can mix together. Of course, this customization system extends into body parts as well. Some mechs are better at dodging, some are better at jumping, some are better at taking damage, and so on and so forth. I think the video will be too long if I go into what the body parts can do and what the stats are on those arms and bodies and heads. Maybe next time. Before I wrap things up, I would like to mention something. Because of you guys' attention and your interest in this project, and because of you guys watching our videos, we actually got attention of a couple of publishers that are willing to work with us. That's super exciting. So I cannot tell you much about it. I will give you updates when I can. So watch out for those. So if you like the game, you can support the game on Patreon. I release updates in there, talk to the community, ask them what to think about a particular weapon design or map design, what to think about the new mech model and stuff like that. There's also a link to Discord there. It's a closed Discord for now, but we're planning to open the Discord to everybody eventually. But right now we cannot handle that kind of load. And when you join the Discord, we give you a Steam key and you can play the game. You can play whenever you want, but sometimes we host big playtesting periods where we let you play a big new level, for example. So for now, let me shout out the Commander tier patrons, because those names will go into the credits of the game. Fazulous, Crazy Cereal Eater, Turbo Chicken, Dusty Deer, Decrypt Rip, Evan Reeves, Uneven Odin 24, No Imagination Alex 0, Tenebris, Jonitus 90, Athar the Knight, Crossart, Thomas M. Riney, Fish, Dino, Rylan Browner, Halligren, Christoph Onsorch, Guns of Purgatory, Amonbits, Other, Super Bobcat, Keegan McDonough, Thing Omo, CR89, Bunny General, Brand Coty, iRock Fiction, and Castle Daigotsu. At the end, I would like to thank you guys for supporting the project and watching the videos. Whatever you do, if you talk about it, if you watch the videos, it's enough already. And seeing the game coming from looking like this to looking like this, it's been so pleasurable. I thank you for watching these videos, and like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and see you next time. And in games like that, when you have so much customization and loadout building, it is the most important thing probably. Aside from combat, of course, but our people say that our combat is already good. I feel sick.